Hey guys, how's it going? I just got out of my first clinical experience. It was really good. It was really good. Um, Pretty laid back. We spent the first part of it filling out paperwork, non-disclosure agreements, something like that. Basically, HIPAA regulations and stuff. So, then today's assignment for our clinical was not too intense. I mean, we're still in our first semester, and so we just have clinical the last 4 weeks of this semester, and it was really good. Got to get a health history and everything, check out vital signs for our patient. So it was good. It was pretty relaxed. All we had to take was our stethoscope, blood pressure cuff, and notepad. So next semester's clinicals are going to be more exciting, more hands-on stuff for that. Next week we're coming back to do AM care for the patients. So we'll be teaming up and then tagging along with some of the CNAs to get some hands-on experience. So that'll be good. I'm excited to just be out doing something rather than working on models in the lab. Excuse me. So today, one of the things that I've been thinking about, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night and was really tired this morning. Had to be here at 6:45, and it's about an hour away from my house, so had to wake up pretty early. But one of the things that I had been thinking about recently was going to nursing school with kids. I know that a lot of people have a lot of different family situations, single parents and everything, but what I wanted to talk about is just kind of how you can make it work. And I'm really blessed because my wife is a teacher, and she's the one supporting us right now, and she is a huge help. But because she's working full-time, I stay with the kids during the day. We have 3 little kids, a son who is 4, a daughter who's 2, and another daughter who's like 9 months. So it's trying at times. I'm able to take them over to my mother-in-law's when I have class, but the days I don't have class, I'm with them all day until my wife gets home, and only then can I study. And then on top of that, there's the household chores and stuff like that. So we've got a lot going on. There's always something to be doing, and trying to make sure that school and homework is the priority there is tough sometimes, because kids got to eat. I gotta make lunch for the kids, gotta make sure they're taken care of, gotta make sure they're safe and everything during the day. So studying doesn't really happen just because of their ages. So I just first of all wanted to say how much respect I have for those people who are single parents and who don't have family living nearby them, and are still not only going to school, but are working full-time jobs or even part-time jobs. I have so much respect for all of you out there that are doing that, because you are amazing. I don't know how you do it. Like some days I just want to weep because I've got so much to do and not nearly enough time to do it. But I applaud you all. This is a good career. It's not only a good career, but it is an amazing lifestyle. It's like, yeah, you're getting paid, it's your job, but to do your job well, you have to have a caring heart, and you have to really love the patients that you're working with, no matter who they are or where they come from. And that's part of why I want to be a nurse, is because I find that very admirable, and I want to be that way. So I just wanted to kind of talk about, I mean, this is kind of basic stuff, but the things that have helped me personally, having kids and getting all my work done for school. So the first thing is to set priorities, of course. Like kids have got to be taken care of, bills got to get paid, things have got to be taken, things have to get done. But then after those things, then you got to focus on the school. So for me, what my wife and I have done, and what's worked really well for us, is setting aside a time, and that's my priority time for working on school. That's when I get a lot of my homework done. So for us, it'll be, the days that I have school, my wife and I will drop off the kids at her mom's, and then she'll drop me off at school, and I won't have school for like 6 hours, and it's just solid study time. And so we have that set up. Right now, I am only able to do that on 2 days. So I only have like 2 days that I can have some solid study time, and the rest I'm just trying to fit it in wherever I can. Sundays, we usually go over to her parents', and it's kind of like a commitment, a weekly commitment. So unless I have an exam the following Monday, we usually go over there, and so I'll take my assessment textbook and just try and read while we're there, and it's usually chaotic. Like my in-laws are Puerto Rican, and so there's a lot of good food, a lot of people talking, and just a lot of noise, and so it's kind of hard sometimes to really get a good studying in, but at least I can read over things. So setting aside a time, that's number one. Setting aside a time that's going to be your study time, and you do whatever you have to do to make sure that time remains unadulterated. Nothing infringes on your studying time for those times. The next thing is sort of like my studying on Sundays, is getting it in wherever you can. So like Quizlet is amazing for me. I make tons and tons of flashcards on Quizlet, and that's like, if I have downtime, I'll start flipping through my Quizlet and just practicing. For lately, it's been practicing terminology. Like now that we're going into the clinical settings, I want to have my terminology down pat. So that's number 2, is just get it in wherever you can. And then number 3, and these are not necessarily in an order of priority, just the order that I listed them in my mind. The third thing for me would be to make sure that your friends and your family understand your need to study, and like how much effort nursing school is going to take. I feel like some people I know, it's like they kind of want to keep their families happy. I don't mean that to sound bad, but they want to keep their families happy, and so they don't study as much because they're out at social functions or whatever. So making sure your family is supportive. And I mean, of course they're supportive. They want what's best for you, or they should anyway. But making sure that they understand what that means. It's not just going to school. There's so much more than that. And when they understand that, then it'll be easier for them to, when you're saying, oh, I can't because I have to study, then they'll be like, oh, okay, that no big deal. Because they know you've got to get that done. So those are just a couple quick tips that came to mind as I was pondering on this. And again, just want to tell you how awesome you all are. Keep going, keep fighting the good fight. You're working towards a great cause, not only for you, but for all those that you come into contact with. Like nobody that you come into contact with is just by chance. Nobody that you come into contact with is, you should have a good influence on everyone that you come in contact with. It's a better way to say it. So yeah, like I said, I admire you all. Keep it up. I apologize that we haven't had a video in so long. This semester's been a little crazy, but I'm going to try. We've got 3 more weeks left of this semester, and I'm going to try and really get some good content coming out. So if there's anything that you think would be good for me to make a video on, I would really appreciate that. Give me some direction. And I will catch you guys later.